Orianna is the hover. You mentioned that at the very beginning of one of the likely odds for Bjergsen.
Yeah.
And he's going to be on one of his more famous champions. Orianna in the mid lane. Sion does go top. Will be beating that Shogath up there. Stops Sven's recall.
Oh, and Smithy is actually behind them now as a result. Sven's off his base.
For Liquid, they've got better items as well. The stun and Mithy is already there, and he's got his summons, but it does not matter. First blood comes through for Ole, cleanly done.
How much damage these guys can really get done.
Not only damage, but how many minions can they deny as well. Haunter has no TP, but does have ulti if he wants to get back to the lane. Also, still sticking around topside. He did not finish the recall. He's waiting for a play. If TL overcommits, that doesn't happen. A flash comes out, and Let's Bounce brings one back in. So they have the damage on an impact, looking for the slap together. In comes the unstoppable Sion for more CC to come through. A flash out from Pope, but they find Xmith. He's forced to jump away, gets just barely out from this one, and the health bar is incredibly low as Bjergsen might find the flash shockwave. Can he get it? Can he go for impact? There's a shockwave in. There's the kill picked up. Alone time of the turret. Of course, keep in mind that Doublelift is pushing alone on the bottom side at that same moment.
Oh, it's actually going to be so close on who gets the first turret. They ran out of minions. TL run out of minions, though, on the bottom side. And TSM just barely will get that first turret plus the kill. So a really clever lane swap here.
It only means turret and Baron and such damage, but they are knocking that one down. Xmithy waiting across the wings, puts the ulti in. Here comes some damage as well. Smite fight going to be coming through. Who's going to grab that one? Down to 700 HP. This Sven's going to get the kill on Xmithy first, and he loses his life. And the Smite, of course, then comes through for 500 gold lead for TSM right now.
Oh,
and now
ulting in behind Pobelter.
Ooh, he's going to try to get away. Shockwave going to land anyway, though, and there's not much of a place to go. Suddenly, a 4v1 out of nowhere. Camp mid, and Pope is dead.
Just beautifully done, honestly. The rotation here from TSM. The bot lane has been moving around the map, very proactive, and without the flash on Pobelter, they knew he couldn't get away. This is going to be another turret here for TSM, and the most critical one on the map.
Yeah, mid-outer falling. That limit does not happen.
Hey, if you do lose, even if you're a 3rd seed versus a 6th seed, you can fail in those matches. So there are pros and cons, certainly, but it's always interesting to kind of see people's different opinions on that. Either way, the Rift Herald taken down, immediately going to be dropped, and there are more gold kind of in the pockets to double to his Rage Blade. And now going to have opportunities in these team fights.
They find the knockup, they find the double Q slap, and Let's Bounce is going to bring in one as double flash
Double
away.
coming in for
Not
DL.
easy for Ole, but jumps right back into his teammates. Here comes the rest of the squad. 5 are here, and TSM suddenly outnumbered as they're starting to fall. 1 is gone, make it 2, and Mike Young might have a prayer here as he jumps right across. The team of Flash Q comes across now. Flash
the
Roy himself.
Follow.
And they're going to find more. Shockwave going to disengage, but Xmithy already finds the front line. Plus Rupture means Bloblets, and that's going to be a certain death. They give the kill to Impact, interestingly enough. In the mid lane wave, there's no turret to attack. Wards dueling, fighting for vision, but 2,000 HP left into this one, unless there's going to be some kind of steal attempt, and it won't happen. A chop comes through for Impact. The Mountain Drakes now across this map have been. Mini wave is dying pretty quickly. Get lower and lower, and Ole actually getting himself into melee range will take some damage. Nice Shockwave comes in, and he could be running out of health, and they will, in fact, delete the Braum. Ole stepping a bit too far forward, and that actually might mean mid lane tier 2 will fall.
Yeah, Ole just kind of wandered.
Smithy going to get rid of one of the wards. Baron spawning in 135, and I think he's got enough damage. Impact can't really push him away. And keep in mind, Impact's in a minion wave. This could be a good fight for Haunter. Gonna find the slam into the ground, and he's got ulti.
Coming down.
Impact flashes and gets away from the line of fire. Now it's slow towards Doublelift, but he's looking for a bit of shots. Won't land too.
Result in additional pressure on the map.
And speaking of pressure into the jungle, goes the entire team on both sides. A knock up there onto the front line. Haunter running out of health, knocked right back into the air, and that's going to be a kill. Going to Pobelter, 5-4. Now the overall scoreline. The re-engage towards Poe, the half HP runs away. Haunter on the front line with his zombie corpse, and 9 seconds. And of course, Impact now no longer has Feast for the play. Looking at maybe a bit more. Can they separate them? As Mythias, of course, brought in the players, and now going to spit a Varus, and Impact does not have flash.
Oh,
does have
on the
TP.
Baron, they just rise ulted in the pit.
What a good play out of TL. They're going to trade Impact for a Baron. Worth it every
there, though.
time.
He could try to steal this. He's going to ult into the pit.
But look at that, it's at 2,600 HP, so now he's got to save Flash for that one, or a Blast Cone, 700 health, the Flash forward. Oh, it's going to be grabbed up by Rise. Pobelter gets a trade of a kill via Shockwave, but now Sion's going to find himself some more prey. Smithy does have Flash if he needs it, trying to cut away from the team, but now he's got nowhere to go, so this will be TL losing 3 people as payment for grabbing Baron, assuming they can actually kill off Smithy. He's still running away pretty fast.
Might have a chance to get out here, but I don't think so. I think he's going to be run down. Maybe just trying to waste as much time as possible. But you can see TSM is even pushing on the bottom side of the map, and Smithy does eventually go down. Bjergsen picking up a couple ideal build at tank killing, and I think that's what he needs to look for.
Meanwhile, Tank's trying to kill him, but only the front line is grabbed. As Ole forced to flash right back out, and the stun comes through. What are they going to get? A lot of damage, and Braum is going to go away until Winter. That's a kill picked up. Sorry, Santa, you're gone. And this one, a nice shockwave. Gonna get Impact. Xmithie actually disrupts the jump forward, but a slow is gonna land, and Impact will lose his life. A kill over to Sven. 2-0 TSM. Baron.
Push towards being able to deal with the front line. And the question becomes, can he do it even with all of that? You know, Pobelter is up, pushing on the top side. Impact is dealing with minions down on the bottom side. And you know, he is going to have to not only position very well and kind of avoid the initial engages, but he's got to constantly put out damage, because Rise is, I think, very poor at actually killing off these frontliners. And they're looking for another play on Impact.
Might be true. 3v1 though, the knock-up easy on the Impact, and he can't really knock down Mythy easily, running a bit lower on health, but Impact will indeed fall a second time in a row. They picked him off in this side lane by himself. Thanks to Tom Cranch ultimates. That turret is going to drop, no problems at all. Sven up to 5-1 and 3. But execution, of course, vitally important. Speaking of which, onto the front line, they see Impact yet again. A bit small for a Cho'Gath. The knockup is in, down to about half HP. And into the back line comes the Zac. Tries to find Let's Bounce. He's so low on health. And absolutely shredded by Doublelift's Cognox. Xmithie pops the hourglass, runs away. Shockwave onto 3 though. And they get the trade kill. But the Drake was picked up on TSM's side, or sorry, TL's side. And that is actually run too slowly, plus the Mountain Drake helping. So a nice pickup. TSM turned the kill into a huge objective and a clean bear.
Aggressive in actually clearing out these waves, but at the same time, there's a big risk that Mike Young and Haunter can just go for an engage. And if you get caught by a shockwave from Bjergsen on these 3.5 items, you'll be going down quick. There it is!
Shockwave brings in 1. The Glacial Prison gonna buy some time. Double stays alive, but he's down to 1/4 HP, meaning he has to disengage. Zac gonna find the front line. Can he make Let's Bounce happen? He just Balance House. He's actually going to be turned back around on him, but jumped up and down goes the base. A nice play out as Sven got the...
There is the banner cannon on the Baron buff. They're looking to knock down this turret, and they're pushing forward pretty aggressively. Mike Young threatening the dive.
DL must go in to stop this one, or they will lose some turrets. The front line taking some damage, but out they go. Kog'Maw, yeah, putting the hit towards them. Mythy getting a bit low, not quite stunned. The chomp comes in, and Bjergsen is dead with Flash still on. The chase in. TL must get something. Rise gonna bring him not very far. Pobelter.
Oh, no.
They do get some time to push. 1 kill, 1 turret, 3 minions alive. They might get a little bit more.
I mean, it's still a good fight for them, but that could have been a couple more kills. That could have been so much more for TL if they could have pulled off that chase. I mean, there was a lot of low health bars there on TSM, but either way, they hold on, they do win the fight, and they are getting stronger. And Doublelift picking up the BF. You could be going towards an Essence Reaver, something that you are a pretty big advocate for.
Yeah. Pope wants to flash away from a
slow
Sven, flash ults, and Pope has no escape tools except for damage output. Can he just kill Sven? That answer is no. Found out by the rest of the team. Mike Young there in the back lines. They could look for Impact. They're going to get the knockup on the front line there. They can get a kill on a Cho'Gath as a result.
Over the wall.
Let's Bounce going to pull him back. Double only does enough damage to force them away, but not enough to kill. This Kog'Maw, not a big enough threat.
Their team being going to go for the end here. Double was not in the fight.
Can they claim third right after this one? Haunter walks right in. He's got Superman is next to him. Chunk, chunk, chunk. The Lumberjack, of course, not the skin this time around, but still gets plenty of damage down that turret at about 2/3. Has to disengage from the rest of Liquid being around. That TV may be a bit over-aggressive. Doesn't get all that much for it, but the team can still push in for top lane. 2-2 is going to fall.
Yeah, TL falling apart at the seams a little bit. A botch chase down. Doublelift, you're not able to get involved in that fight after Pobelter was out of position. He gets picked. Impact goes down. They lose a Nexus turret. They're going to lose at least 1 more inhibitor, and maybe just the 3 inhibs straight up, because Pobelter is still not up. He's just coming up now, and TSM are pressing. So no chance of a steal.
Xmithie's zoned out. Haunter, Mythy, Bjergsen, the 3 of them, making sure that can't happen. Mythy, Ulti gets interrupted. There's the Elder picked up. Where's the big play?
Being amplified by that Elder Dragon. Doublelift doesn't have time to get back to base to actually get the Essence Reaver.
Yeah, basically this minion gives Essence Reaver. They're gonna have to give up the inhibitor probably anyway and fight for the Nexus itself under the protection of those lone turrets down there. One of them, of course, has already fallen. There is so little of the base.
For them, 1 has respawned on the bot side, which stops it from being 6 super minions per round and moves it just to 2. But we'll see. They're going to...
Banshee's off just yet, but Mike Young's going to turn that one away, which means the flash is forced, but he's still going to be found out. Let's Bounce. Going to bring him right back in. Scooped up the Rise, and that's going to be the kill. Going over to Mythy, chomps him up no problem without a mid laner. How can you hope to defend? Doublelift has to do miracle work right now in the 4v5. Otherwise,
yeah, and Bjergsen still has his shockwave. Sven still has his ulti. I just don't see it happening, but Doublelift is going to try. This is the last fight potentially for that 3rd place for TSM.
Inhib's gonna fall. Taking their time, they've got 30 seconds to play with. The balls forward, looking for what Bjergsen's gonna find. Doublelift is the one to watch, found with the slow. Gets away from it though, gets some time to shoot the front line now. He's gonna take down Mike Young to Bloblets, waiting for some damage to come across. Ole's gonna kite back to get the kill onto Xvithia already though, so 5v3, turrets falling, and Doublelift just cannot find the right targets. The tanks will not go down. A double for Sven, Nexus over. TSM claim the 3rd seed in playoffs.
And what a run it's been for TSM, struggling so heavily at the start of the split. So much criticism aimed their way because of that poor start, because of all the changes they have made, and has to feel like vindication for TSM, ending in 3rd seed.